As you see, there's no blind intersections, but you will see a bit of a corner gusset in that one as well. Cage is removable at the back, so this cage unbolts here, down there. As it gets loaded from the rocks, it pushes it up. We'll be dropping the cage out from the bottom. Motor will be hanging off of this tube here with the same pivots that pivot off the interior trailing arm, which act as a big coupler here to tie all these tube junctions together, which is another forging. There's a forging that plugs in here to this tube here to pick up the outside trailing arm points. Very lightweight, not excessive. Trying to be as functional as we can and as clean as we can with our process. Massive rear bed in the back of this thing. I just remember being at Glamis last year and hanging out on the top of Oldsmobile. Some of you guys might have saw us up there during Thanksgiving. We were all sitting in the back of the cars, and it was extremely uncomfortable. So now, click, pull down the tailgate, nice big bed, climb up in there, hang out, carry your firewood to Oldsmobile. Make sure you take your trash out so you got plenty of room to put your trash in the back. And fully structured shock mounts. I remember doing this back in the day on the Riviera truck. A lot of guys will remember that, but I think we were one of the first ones doing structured suspension points. This tied into also on the Riviera truck. It had upper trailing arm, lower trailing arm, all into the same structure. But very happy with what the design has come out with. Excited to get building these. Obviously, 4-seater is what we promised everybody first, so we will be launching the 4-seater, and that is what we're going to sign up today. The first 100 customers. We want to work with you guys from now until August 1st to get your car with its graphic design into your profile, as well as take you through the accessories if you wanted to add some of our other accessories on. In the next coming week, you'll see more and more accessories come out, more and more options. We'll walk up here. I know Rob's showing this, but this one here is now showing a front bumper. This is showing a roof rack. This is that area that is Lexan. It's just showing tinted windshield. That is a windshield cap, very similar to the one on this car that we made by Speed Side by Side. That will basically be a corner gusset, and the windshield will fit in here nice and clean. It's good to have all these cars around here because we learn every day and try to make better products for you guys and for ourselves. Don't get me wrong, we want to build the best UTV in the industry with all the coolest features, both structurally, sound, best performance, highest powered engine, et cetera, et cetera. Tonight we're going to talk about engines. I've got a bitchin' little part here. This is a raw casting, heat-treated raw casting. We are obviously playing with some exhaust. There's some things that we've changed even from this one. Basically, you see the little notch here for doing the line bore. It's not notched here. Now it'll be notched on both sides. You can directly line bore that, make it a lot easier for the aftermarket high-performance guys to do what they need to do. So exhaust is out the back. So as we're showing this, we'll make sure that we're the right way. This will be mounted in the car in this position about right here with the exhaust heading backwards. Let's see if I can hold that up here. It's pretty heavy. But as the exhaust is heading backwards, the turbo will be sitting about right here. Very different than all the other manufacturers where the turbo is shoved in this hot hole down here, right between the seats, close to the gas tank. We are back here keeping the heat towards the back of the car where it belongs. All right, let's get into tonight's show. One thing I want to start with, and some of this stuff happens, and it happens so quick, we lose track of it. So I want to make sure that we clarify one thing from the get-go. When we show you stuff, we're showing you sometimes stuff that we're working on the back end that hasn't been proofed yet and has not been all the way, what's the right word? Approved, I guess, approved, final approved. So bitchin' shot right here, boom, first red flag shows up with yellow speed, and and the logos. This car you would not be able to buy, but let me give you a different explanation. You could buy the base model, so you could get the charcoal material. You could then later add the speed logos onto it in yellow, and you could build this exact same car. So when I say you can't build it, you can't order this car directly from us like this, but you could configure this car, and we will sell you different color logos, different speed logos as we get farther into this. But these first few cars will be more like the configurators that we launched earlier today, which will be these 3 cars as the LE. So these are the 3 graphic options. Is that correct or no? Nope, that one's wrong too. All right. These are the 3 graphic designs you get to choose from. So they're all the same on pattern number 1, which that is going to be called San Felipe. I think we forgot that somehow. That'll be San Felipe, this will be Ensenada, and this will be Cabo. So you will see 3 choices of patterns that you can choose from. So you can choose your Ensenada package, you can choose your San Felipe package, or you can go and choose your Cabo package. Now, as you see, we're born in Baja. We are continuing to add the Baja theme to our cars, and those will be graphic theme names that we'll start with. All right, and then so I'm just going to get back here a little bit, work our way through it. I got to be honest with the whole configurator and everything we've got going on. Our presentations are not what they were in the beginning because we're more into following the rest of the process through. We've already explained the car to you guys through and through, but there's more and more cool things coming out always. So as you see here, this is the chassis right here that I showed you sitting next to me. This was taken earlier this afternoon and incorporated into the deck. There's the front on shot. There's from the driver's side. This will be in the presentation. This will be posted online, and you guys will be able to check this out as well. This is the front bulkhead. So this is the rear section of the front bulkhead. I wanted to have a complete front bulkhead here, but when we turn in the process of prototyping parts and running stuff, this is a 2nd generation thing that we're on now, and we're getting closer to seeing final parts. But this is the front rear section of the bulkhead. This is the speed accessories we talked about when I walked around earlier. This is that our San Felipe design? Let's call that the San Felipe design. They've got the roof rack to this. It's got the 14-spoke wheels. It's got the 32-inch tall speed tires, and it's got a light bar that we've designed in a front bumper package on it that makes this thing a darn right cool pre-runner. It's going to be pretty cool. If we can slide that camera over where I look more into it at the same time, that'd be wonderful. But you see the bumper here. Really nice job on the bumper. It's got the light bar configuration, and then it also has the roof rack spoiler up into the roof. And the nice thing about the roof rack is that it will be aluminum and have some UHMW features as well. But it'll also be able to be packaged into a narrow box, something we can send that will bolt together if you choose to buy this at a later date. Now, when you're doing your purchase on the way, on page 2, you could go through your accessories, say, I want that roof rack, or I want that cooler like I saw, or I want some of these other accessories that Speed is offering direct from the factory. We will also have these accessories later. If you don't want to do it now, you can always do it later. There would be shipping in charge that time. There would be installation in charge because you guys will be doing this yourself. But if it's something you want, we will be installing these from the factory. This car has window nets on it as well. So this is an LE car that's added window nets, front windshield cap. It has the roof rack. They chose the 14-spoke wheels, the speed wheels, and a front bumper. And there is a rear bumper back here as well. Another little picture, I posted this one, Todd posted it. better view of the roof rack. This has the bed pretty much fully configured. Someone asked earlier, did you make this where it's very universal? And I want you guys to know that right from the get-go, we're thinking of all options. So let's say you go on a ride with your buddies, you don't have any passengers with you, you think the tire weighs more than your cooler, bingo, switch them around, put the tire over to one side. You said, man, I'm going for a longer period, I need more room. You could lay your tailgate down, move the tire to the back, boom, move the cooler and toolbox to the front, and you've got room for some side boxes down there, you got more storage. You can configure this thing in multiple ways. And this is just another front view where you can kind of see the bumper a little bit. But this is a front view of the picture with the bumper on it. The bumper, people say, well, why did you keep the bumper back? I really want the front tires to be the leading edge. My goal is that that's the leading edge. Obviously, when you go racing at Best in the Score, they want the bumper in front. We will make a race bumper that will allow this. But for the normal guy that wants to go rock crawling, he wants to go to King of the Hammers, you want to be able to drop off a ledge without pole vaulting and sending yourself over. So we're taking a lot of function for style and design protection, but also trying to build you the best performance car that we can at all times. This one here, you can see it with the windshield, and you see a little bit of a glare there. But this has the windshield cap, tinted sides, windshield. This is a front windshield. You'll see some other really cool features. I know a lot of guys were questioning the front end design. They were giving us a hard time. You know, why is this? Why is that? I wanted you guys to know I was 10 steps ahead. We were already thinking, okay, guys are going to want to put windshields in. So we've now got the windshield, but we all know what happens. We get air coming around the backside. We get bellowing. In the front, up by the headlights, there's NACA ducts right here. These NACA ducts go into 2 3-inch hoses, which then it's an option if you want to plumb your dash. So your dash can have pressurized fresh air, but also it can have pressurized with a fan heated air. So we will put a little radiator core up there. It'll come from the turbo. It'll cycle through it. It'll build heat. You can have heat in your car for the winter time. Even though you're open cockpit, you can put your ducts in the front, your 4 ducts that you get to choose, and then you got your window ducts that keep you from defrosting. You have choices to plug those and actually use those as fresh air, not fresh filtered air, but fresh air. We could probably work on some kind of filter now that I said it, thinking about it, because we're going to put it in a box. Maybe we can shove a little flat filter, something that would run like a Toyota or a Ford, little flat core filter we can shove in there. We could filter that air, put the heater core behind it, and a fan, so that you could, even when you're stopped, have some heat. So a lot of good options are starting to come out now that we're getting closer to the final build. And when I mean final, these are the accessory finals. Build is the build, body's the body, shocks are the shocks, wheels are the wheels, motor's the motor, transmission, hubs, wheel bearings, steering rack, hydraulic pumps, alternators, front differentials. That stuff's already, 90 yards downfield, and we've set sail on that design. But we are adding cool little features. One thing I want to talk about, I see this one has, Bazzy added a speed whip to this one for us. So I want to get into the accessories and the way we're thinking as a manufacturer to make it easier for all of you friends and customers. I'm going to roll right over here. This is the configured back. This is what I was talking about. We had one option. That option can go left or right. Rear option, rear option, rear option. But over here in the mounting plates, gave you a mount for your spare tire in the center, gave you a mount for your spare tire left, gave you a mount for your spare tire right, and California pre-runner style, we let you slide it back. So you fold your tailgate down. There's also could be used for eye hooks later on if you want to tie some luggage down back there. But if you're going to Baja like we do, and you want to carry a spare tire, toolbox, cooler, hard protected racks, we built this in as a factory for you to have 4 different mounting options for your spare tire. Now think about this, guys. When you buy a Speed UTV car, you don't have to go buy a roof rack tire mount that puts your tire on the roof like a Can-Am. You don't have to stand your tires straight up and down like a Polaris. You get to actually keep this thing down in the bed where you can look through your rearview mirror and still see outside. Free. Not an added option, not an accessory. It comes stock this way, ready for you to go play. Another cool feature that we've added is trailer hitch. So a lot of people will question this one. Why? Because I felt like it needed it. Felt like it'd be cool if I had this car in Lake Havasu and this was my only driver in Lake Havasu and I wanted to tow my jet ski down to the water. Boom, I can tow it down to the water. Or if I want to be like Blake Wilkie and tow my little UTV boat behind it, boom, plug it in, you can tow your boat behind this. And I think this car here is probably going to give his Baja Bug a run for its money. What is that, a mountain bike rack? I got Kyle over here that's into downhill mountain biking, and he's looking at converting his El Jefe to a, you got 6 bikes, but you got 4 seats. So what are you gonna do there, 2 guys? You make them sit on the bikes? No, you're not putting them in the bed. He said that's what the bed's for. No, I do not ever recommend, do not put them in the bed. This is not designed for people to ride in the back of it. It will not be legal. There is no cage protection. Don't mount a seat back here. Use the car for what it's for, 4 seats. So you're gonna have to tell your other 2 buddies with bikes, go ahead and walk the mountain and I'll at least carry your bikes up to the top. Yes, the tailgate will unlatch and it will have 2 quick pins in each side so that with the twisting and rattling that we're gonna get with this thing, we will make sure it's pinned as well. The last thing I want you to do is have a tonneau cover on your tailgate fall down, lose all your stuff out the back. That'd be a huge bummer. And you'd be calling me and saying, hey, my tailgate fell down. I'm gonna say, you didn't pin it. So we have thought of that and that will be part of the standard equipment. I think this is Daniel over here. I don't know what he's thinking with his wagon that he's gonna tow behind his car, but he's got a trailer hitch here and a tilt bed wagon. So all the farmers, room in the bed, and you could tow an off-road style trailer to haul your equipment around the farm, haul some hay bales, do whatever you want to do. We will start looking at the ag and industrial part of this. This is the sport side that we're at now, but we still want you to have fun. Remember, you have low range, rock crawl mode. You can tow a trailer in rock crawl mode, no problem. You can haul some hay bales around the farm, some grain, grass, whatever you want to do. Kind of cool little tilt bed. I guess when Daniel's done being an engineer here, he's going to be a farmer. So, you know, I just don't know if he's going to be a pig farmer or if he's going to be a hay baling farmer. I just don't know what choice he's going to take. All right, and he's not leaving for a while. Let's get this really clear. You know, he's been wanting to get this new truck, and the reason I haven't helped him with the new truck is that'd probably be an easier way for him to get home. So I'm not high on the truck program for him. I like something that has very short range distance. really enjoy the group of guys that we have around here. We've got some good guys that have really poured their heart and soul into this thing, from Bazzi to Rob Harris to Casey Jeffries, Kyle, and then, you know, Ginger, Sherry, everybody that is actually just killing it with this project. And then obviously our manufacturer that is burning the midnight oil with us. You know, a lot of people say, well, you know, why do you do 9 o'clock? Well, our days are you know, we go day and night. Right now, we've got a big project ahead of us, and our goal is to be the leader when it's all said and done. All right, so I've jumped around, went from trailer hitch. Got a question? Question, go ahead. On the UTT, would you be able to remove the doors like a Jeep? Well, it comes down to the same thing again. I don't recommend removing the doors, but the doors are bolted on, and they've got how many bolts? 3 bolts? 4 bolts? Huh? 1 big bolt. 1 bolt, sorry. 1 bolt, pull the pin on the front door, very similar to your door jamb on your house. You can pull the pin and you can pull the front door, the rear door, but that's your choice. I don't recommend it. If I catch Max doing this, that'll be the end of his UTV days. But you know, we put doors on this for your safety. Now, I don't know where you're gonna ride. I don't know if you're going mud bogging, up in the mountains where your speeds are a lot lower. I just don't know what it is, but just please understand, we try to design you the safest vehicle in the industry. And what you do after you get this car, that you do this at your own risk, and you guys are all responsible. So, you know, we had this conversation the other day. You know, we're building a sports car for the UTV industry. But on the other side, on the other hand of it, remember, there's dads out there that buy Corvettes for their kids that are 16 years old. You guys have to assume the responsibility yourself when you go out and ride. Any other questions? Shrek didn't get a shout out. His feelings hurt? I'm sorry, Shrek. Yeah, where you at? If you were here still working like the rest of us, you would have got a shout out. You know, you only did a half a day today, and we all know a half day at RGM is 12 hours. Working on extended warranty for you guys. We're not there yet. Maybe by next week we can talk about extended warranty. But you know, we have our standard 6-month. We're working with groups for extended warranty programs. The one that we're really working on that's interesting is extended warranty with the speed key. A lot of people have asked it. You know, we've sold thousands and thousands of cars now. We've got lots of commitments. A lot of people are asking, can we get extended warranty for our speed key? You obviously are going to have more release of liability pages when you unlock that thing, but warranty will work on that as well. I've got a cool thing here that I want to share with everybody. I'm going to zoom into this picture here, and I want to let everybody know that yes, we did install fabricated, welded on whip and antenna mounts. So on the left rear corner, right rear corner, and the center, you have the option of putting 5 flags or 5 whips on this car. People say, why do you do that? Well, some people that want to go racing run 2 radios. In case one radio goes down, they got a spare. So now you got 2 antennas. Some people take their race car and want to go to Glamis. Well, now you can put a whip flag on it. So we just, as we were adding brackets, it was not that much more to give you another 1.5 inch material so that you can run flag and whip together. Or if you want to go just a single in the middle, we gave you that as well. And yes, we moved it far enough back from the tube that it doesn't collide when you go to bolt it on and you have to take a grinder to clean off the weld. So we've thought of all those things. We've addressed all those issues, and we've given you guys probably the coolest thing. The other thing is we are giving you roof corner gussets. So in the roof corner gussets, there is room for a clip nut there to be able to put on your speed roof. But at the same time, we've kept a consistent plane for an aluminum roof, the guys that want to go racing, and also gave you some extra bolt holes, even on, on this right here. Those are enough gussets for score legal. That will take care of all your score or best in the desert. You would put your blue light hanging upside down. So they're asking, okay, why did you do that? Well, on the right side in best in the desert, you got to hang a blue light upside down. Then we have our flashing light that goes into the speed roof. But also we took it another step, and I'm zooming in too far here, guys, but we gave you little holes here. So if you have a whip light and you need a ground, and your ground comes out the bottom, you can just do a little pigtail right over there so that you can connect to a ground. So we have asked for these to be done in stainless, so these would not rust, they would not corrode, and you would have good ground connection. The roof corner tabs will not be, but the light bar pieces will be. They'll be a little heavier, but corrosion and having a better ground plane is a good thing. We've also given you 4 ground planes up in the front chassis, no, 3 in the front chassis, 2 in the rear chassis, plus 1 over by the battery mount. So it's got chassis grounds as well throughout this chassis, and those will be welded in stainless as well, so that they will not corrode and interfere with your ground planes. Vehicles, configurator is up. I think we missed it on this one. These two guys here are the two new ones. So there's your two new options. This is similar to an RG wrap, but the RG wrap only comes with the RG accessories. This one here's got a few different little strikes in it. Very clean looking. I think that is what we're calling Cabo. So Cabo is an option. Ensenada right here, we'll go, this one will be Ensenada, and the original one you guys saw will be San Felipe. Reason for San Felipe, if you look at that, kind of makes sense. This thing has just bumps everywhere, all over it, just like San Felipe. Nothing but bumps, so strikes all over the car. Ensenada, little clean, got some straight edges, and then obviously the Cabo looks very similar to the RG with some line strakes on it. We will work on, have had a couple requests for orange S's. We will give you an option of orange S. We are probably not going to give you any other color options on the Speed logos. Try to keep it consistent. What else do we have tonight? I got Rusty Nolan says, bore and stroke. This will be posted. Polaris 93 millimeter times 37.5 millimeter. S/B ratio of 7.9. Can-Am 74 millimeter times 67.9 millimeter SB ratio of 0.91. Daniel, did you check any of these, or? We didn't double check these, so we're going off of what Rusty says here. We know what ours is. We're taking his word for Yamaha YZX 80 millimeters times 622 milliliters, SB ratio of 0.82, and speed 98 millimeters times 66.2 millimeters, SB ratio of 67.067, sorry. F1 80 millimeters times 53 milliliters, SB ratio of 6.66. Is that a mistake? No. Please understand, when we designed this engine, we wanted to give you the highest performance engine in the category by a long ways, not just a little bit. And the Yamaha comes out at a 0.82 SB ratio. So motor was designed for maximum power and efficiency, compression ratio around 9:1, and redline will be set from the factory at 8,800. 8,800 will be what we believe our peak power will be when we launch this thing through CARB and EPA and get all of our stuff. We think that's where our number is going to be. It could go down to 8,600. But I want you guys to understand, when we designed the engine, I wanted this thing to be similar as I could to the Unicorn. We planned on a 10,000 plus RPM engine. So high performance, better valve springs, billet rockers, we get into all that stuff. Plan on 10,000 RPM for high performance racing applications. Now, I know a lot of series make you race with stock components. It's okay, stock components will be well ahead of the competition with power, especially with the suspension design, the 3-speed gearbox, the transmission, the torque limiters, the shocks. This is the right car for racing. There's another picture of the raw casting of the cylinder head. Like I said, we do have raw castings. They are heat treated, and we're moving through that process as well. We're on a second generation now. Ports were designed by NASCAR and IndyCar engineers, technicians. I've met many smart guys throughout this program. I want to thank everybody that has helped me with my career and also has lent their knowledge and experience to this program so that we don't make any mistakes and we build you the best car out there. This head has 12 millimeter spark plugs, and it does have dedicated cooling ports for the spark plugs. So they will be water cooled right underneath them. Try to keep those plugs as cool as possible as well. Let's talk about 2-seat discount pricing was going to end today. We did lock down the the computer last night, we have actually overloaded this thing with our configurator and our profiler. There's a bunch of things we had to change to be able to make it work, but Robin and his gang jumped in and they made it work, and it's something that will be operational. Is it operational now, Rob?
For the most part.
For the most part. Can you give me what the most part means?
Within a couple hours.
Within the, let's say by tomorrow morning? By tomorrow morning, configurator will be all the way up. You'll be able to add it to your profile. Please understand, we're only going to unlock it. We're only going to unlock it for master number 1 through master number 100. And that's going to be for the next 10 days. I just want to make sure that we want to learn about this configurator. We want to learn about the process, and we want the best experience for all you guys that committed to Speed UTV. So we're unlocking it for the first 100, and then we'll be advancing it up from there. So I did make a note before I started today. So we'll go from tomorrow till August 1st for master number cars 0 through 100, so that we can start getting your orders processed, get your cars heading down the manufacturing program. But at the same time, because this is all new to us, and we were supposed to stop today with the $30,000 LE car, which is a bargain price for that car with all the LE options, I'm going to keep that open all the way through Monday morning. So you have until, what is Monday? What's the date of Monday? The 20th. It's supposed to be on the 15th. I'm going to give you till the 20th. Please understand, our side went down. I know some people are having a hard time with their Apple phones getting on right now. It's an approval process that we have to get back pre-approved again. I know computers are working. They're able to get in and access. Some iPads are getting in, but because there's so much back-end information and you guys are honestly log jamming our systems, we've had to upgrade servers, we've had to do a bunch of things. We just didn't expect these kind of sales. Not that we can't handle it, we just didn't expect it this early. You know, our goal, we had an original goal of a few hundred cars by this time. I never knew we'd be in the 4,500 cars by this time with our dealers. So it's gnarly, but please understand, the more orders we got, the more engineering we can do, the better processes we can put in place, because our budget goes up much to be able to get it right. So we are a legitimate car company now, and this thing is going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of fun. So car number 1 to car number 100, let's work on you guys right now until August 1st. Please understand, when you buy a car today, you're going to get in the order of direct to consumer number. We've got a dealer side on the other side, and you get your car based on when you order your car. Cars today, I'll tell you, we are slam full all the way until January. If you order a car today, don't plan on getting it before January 15th. It could be February 15th. There is so many of them. Even dealers won't be getting their cars until January as well, so don't take it personal. You guys that ordered at Sand Sports last year, we're doing everything we can in our power to deliver you cars on Thanksgiving weekend as promised originally. And COVID has changed things, but I'm doing everything we can. We're working double time, triple time. I mean, the shop does not shut off. Front office as well. We've got a great group of people that have been helping us with this process. And owner's account, please create your speed access owner section, your pre-order, your upgrades, your accessories, all that. You should be able to do that. You can get in and play with Configurator. The configurator for the next 3 designs for the El Diablo. Zach, when is that going to be launched? Huh? Next week? All right, so understand that we are, let's go for next Wednesday. We'll go for next Wednesday night on the other 3 graphic designs. All I'm talking about is the graphic designs. You can go see your accessories. You can play an El Diablo now still, right? Is that still, did it transfer across? The original, Rob shaking his head, yes, the original El Diablo. You can still play with that first graphic design, which we're calling San Felipe. You can still play in San Felipe. You can still, mess around in there. It's just for you guys to see what options you like, what color choices you want. You can play in there, but please get your owner's account going. If you have not, if you don't know your master number, please contact us at the office. Let us know you don't have it. Email at info@speedutv.com, or which one? G. Stauffenbill at Team Gordon. Most of you guys, if you place an order, you will get a response from somebody here. It'll come from Ginger, and it'll start giving you your master number and some of those things. Configurator, there's that San Felipe wrap. Again, so everybody understands what that is. Go in and play, pick your colors. There is one color in there that I think Max and a few other guys have jailbroke, where you can see that the speed logo doesn't come up. Just so you know, that's not going to happen on the real car. And seats, when you're in there doing your custom configurator, please understand, we're going to ask you some choices. What size seat do you want? Are you a standard? Are you a standard wide? Are you a tall standard? Or are you a tall wide? So there's options with sizes and heights. We'll get better at this as we start placing people in their cars. But those are the seat options for the LE and RG customers. Speed key. Your speed key option is in there. Remember, when you plug your speed key into your car is when it voids your warranty. We will know the day you plug it in. Car comes with 6 months warranty. You have your section, which is this. Is it page 2, Rob? Is your page 3? Page 3 will be your accessory options. You can go through and you can buy your accessories by clicking these buttons here. Do you need ratchet straps? Do you need the harnesses come in all the cars, so we'll have to adjust that one. Mirror kit, ratchet tie downs, steering wheel hub kit, toe straps, D-ring, spare tire and wheel, toolbox, cooler, speed office chair, like you saw with me last week. We had the office chair out, the LED whip flag, and your dash flow, ambient air blower, lots of options, coolers, many options will be there for you guys. You'll car order numbers 1 through 100. You'll start seeing these. You'll be able to pick those, and you can complete your order and check out, and we'll start processing your car. Don't forget, we do have Freedom Road Financial. There's a section on our site to click Freedom Road as we get closer to that process, but I know you can start figuring out what your payment process would be at Freedom. We're working on insurance. I believe with a decent credit, financing $27,000, payment's going to be about $386 a month. All the Freedom stuff is there. Why not give us a color option for custom wrap on RG? You're buying an RG wrap. You're buying what we race here at Speed. That's what you guys have chose for. That's what some wants. If you don't want it, buy an LE. Lots of color options there. But then you'll have to upgrade your window nets, your radio, your intercom, and other accessories. This is the one talking about the cargo box. I've already talked about that. This is, left and right, and he would like to offset his weight and tire to one side. So yes, you will be able to move your weights around. I gave you those options as a manufactured part and component. We'll make sure that we have that into this chassis next week, kind of show you all tabs and brackets on this car. I'm willing to take in some phone calls tonight at 704-949-1255. Anybody that wants to call for a little conversation about the car or your experience or the process, please call 704-949-1255. 704-949-1255. I'll take a couple calls here. and we'll wrap up tonight's show. 4-seat order price. This is MSRP. Here we go. I got some calls coming in. Danny Garcia, you're on with Robbie Gordon. How you doing tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you for calling in. How can I help you?
So I got a couple questions. So I just ordered my my 2-seater Diablo, and here in California we got farm tax. Do you know if you guys will be accepting that as an option?
You know, we're going through all of our California CARB and all that. That will definitely be on our list. I will get you an answer before next week, and I will post it as well about farmers and farm tax with their vehicle. So that's a good one. And as you know, this car was not just designed for racing. It was designed for the guy that wants to work during the week and play during the weekend. It's a multi-faceted car with tons of options, and I believe this thing will be the ultimate farm machine down there in Imperial Valley.
Cool deal. Cool deal. Second question is, and I just ordered it, so I'm sure it'll take a while. I got an order number, but I don't have a master number. Kind of excited to find out, so I just hold my breath, and that'll pop up eventually on my account.
Yeah, I mean, how soon or how long ago did you order it?
Me and my cousin ordered a couple about a half hour ago.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're going to give us till Friday before you get that. It sounds crazy, but I think yesterday we sold 140 cars. Today we sold another 130. The orders are off the hook. You know, my goal was to build you guys some good cars. I just underestimated how popular this would be. But you know, if you look at it, we've addressed every issue with every manufacturer and given everybody the best options in the industry. So we're well over 4,000 cars to customers already, but we will get you your information. And this configurator that we're talking about tonight on the show, eventually, give it a couple weeks, new orders are just going to be processed all the way through, straight from the configurator. The reality is we got so many pre-orders that we have to go back and we have to work with those customers to get them all the way through the process because they didn't start it that way. So we'll be doing refunds to their account. Their account will show a refund credit, which would then go to their purchase. So there's going to be a lot of things happening for those first customers so that it'll be seamless at checkout is our goal.
Well, congratulations on the success, and I hope to join in with you on everything.
Where do you live at, if you don't mind me asking?
Hanford, California. We're kind of in the part of the Central Valley, right in the middle of California.
Oh, yep, up there by Bakersfield, north of Bakersfield?
Correct. Yeah, right in the middle of Bakersfield and Fresno.
All right, yeah. My father did a lot of farming up there back in the day with the horse feed business, so know the area well. Obviously, the Mears gang came out of Bakersfield. Spent a lot of time up there. Is Harris Ranch still there on I-5?
Yep. So the restaurant is still up and running in the hotel. They just sold the cattle business and the kill plant this last year to a local guy.
Okay, yeah. When I was a kid, I traveled up there with both my grandfather and my dad doing some trucking, and I always remember stopping at Harris Ranch and getting a steak. That was a cool experience as a young kid for sure.
Hey, last thing, Robbie. So I got a neighbor that's a guru with radios, and he says to mount that antenna dead center of the roof. Said something about the way it receives and transmits out to put it right in the middle of the roof. So I don't know if that's...
Yeah, there's choices there. Obviously, on the trophy truck, I'm at the back of the roof. I think we got good reception. If you look at most trophy trucks, it all depends on what you have under it. You know, if you have aluminum under it, we're behind the aluminum plane, and he's probably talking about using that aluminum as a bouncer for the antenna. I do understand what he's saying, and you guys can, there's corner gussets everywhere through this car if you want to put aluminum skin on it later, but as a factory, we're going to mount them back in the radio mount area. They'll be, if you get it with a radio, it'll be pre-wired. with intercom and radio. So like the RG does come with that. But then your LE, you can upgrade as you choose. You know, we're not asking anybody to jump all the way to our highest accessorized car right from the get-go. We want to let the customers just accessorize as they choose, one item at a time, or to choose some other accessory company for accessories. You know, I'm sure other guys will come up with cool stuff, but I will tell you that we have dotted all I's and crossed all T's on fit, function, and accessories.
Good deal, good deal. Looking forward to it.
Well, thank you for believing us and ordering one of our cars. Look forward to riding with you.
All right, thank you.
Have a good one. Hey, you're on with Robbie Gordon tonight. How you doing?
Fit, function, and accessories.
Hello, you're on with Robbie. How are you?
Well, thank you.
I'm good. Robbie, how's everything tonight with you? You look busy.
I'm doing good. Is there a chance you can maybe turn your volume down on your computer or whatever, because we're getting a... Thank you very much. Don't turn it off. I mean, what's your name, buddy?
Darren, I'm Darren Redd. I'm calling you from Henderson, Nevada. Very excited about the car, and thank you for building this thing.
Well, thank you. It's been a long time coming. You know, this is, please understand, when I did the XX, this is what I wanted. I mean, I wanted a car that was a leader in the category, and unfortunately, you know, the CEO and the marketing department, they had what they wanted to do with the XX, and they wanted to build the base car first. But at Speed, we're going to build the Ferrari first, and then we're going to work on the lower limited price cars.
Well, I'm very impatiently waiting for my Ferrari to get here.
All right, awesome. Well, can we call it a Gordini just like we did the Dakar cars?
You can call it whatever you want as long as I have it in my garage ready to go play.
All right, cool. When did you order your car, if you don't mind me asking?
A couple months ago, number 479. I think I ordered the FALE.
Yeah, you're fairly soon. You know, about the time we started launching these Wednesday night shows, the game changed for us, and you know, we were seeing 200, 300, 400, 500 cars a week here. You know, for the last few weeks, which is amazing. You know, I know there's a lot of enthusiasts out there that have followed my career from the Baja to Indy to NASCAR, back to Baja Stadium Super Trucks and UTVs. But you know, all the years of experience, I'm putting everything I've learned into these cars to give you guys the best thing on the market.
Yeah, I've been watching you for years. We know, those of us that have been in the desert know what you're building, and again, I'm very excited to get it. I sold my Can-Am about a month ago, so money's sitting there waiting to spend. I got a couple questions though on the wiring harnesses that you're doing for the car.
Yes.
Is it pretty much going to be a complete harness? So for accessories we add to the car, will it all be terminated there for accessories, or will we be adding on to wiring to terminate accessories added on?
You know me way too well. It will be pre-wired for your accessories. So let's talk about like your switches and your lights. It won't go all the way up to where the light bar is, but it'll be right below the dash in the left corner or the right corner. It'll be pre-wired for your whip lights. It'll be pre-wired for your antennas. It'll be pre-wired for your park bumper. Did I say it will be pre-wired for your radio intercom? The only thing we'd have to run is the intercom leads to the back seats, because the front leads will be built into the plate. The push to talks will be built into the plate. Last year, 2 years ago, now I'm going back on time now, 3.5 years ago at Sand Sports, when we first launched the XX, I was able to install a radio intercom wired and turned on in 3 minutes and 30 seconds. And that is my goal here, that it's a plug-and-play system to make it easy for you guys. So if you did have a problem, you're not spending a day, working on the thing. We've really tried to make it easy to accessorize, but also make it not only easy to accessorize, easy to work on. So shock bolts, suspension bolts, wheel lug nuts, pivot point bolts, all are the same size, which is a universal 19 millimeter 3/4. And that way, most common toolboxes would have the tools to work on all the highly loaded suspension components, wheels, tires, etc. Well, I shouldn't say tires, because the tires have bead locks, but the wheels that hold it onto the hub is the same nut as well.
Okay. one other question I have on the upgrade. I've done everything but just switch over to the RG car yet. Of course, I want to keep my colors that I'm wanting to do. Is there, on the pre-order cars, is there going to be any kind of a deal on upgrading to have all the same features that the RG will have as far as the nets, the radio, intercom, all that? Or will that be in that cost add-on for those products?
Well, we will be doing the installs on them, so please take that as consideration when you're doing it. You're not buying a radio and having somebody install. So when it shows up to you, if you pre-order your accessories now, you would have those installed. Okay, we will ask you installed when you get the car.
Yeah, I'm going to order my car with everything on it. I don't want to, when it gets here, I want to go play.
Yep, so there's another thing that I do want to explain to everybody, and you put me right into the right position right now. In your next position, we're really not asking you for more money on the car right now, but your accessories that you choose, we have to pre-order those from companies as well, as you can imagine. So we will ask you to pay for your accessories when you choose your accessories. That's the only next piece that we're going to ask, just so we can pass that on, because we're going to turn around and we're going to purchase it from either companies like PCI or Rugged or Light Bar companies, et cetera, et cetera. So please understand that's the only next additional piece we'll be asking from you guys, but it will come installed and ready to go.
Last question on the fuel cell. Is that an additional cost, or do we get a break if we order it with the fuel cell in it from the beginning?
No, we will not offer the car. We won't install the fuel cell for you. That'll be something that you'll have to do. Please understand, with our regulations for government testing, EPA, CARB, safety, ROVA, all that, it will have our standard fuel tank in it. But the Speed side-by-side will offer a plug-and-play fuel cell system for you guys. We will also plug and play a spare tank to go into the passenger side for you guys. So the ones that, don't intend to go racing them, but intend to go to Baja and go riding, you could put up to, call it 25 gallons in the car and easily be able to do 300 miles a day without getting fuel.
And that's what I'm looking for. All right, you answered my question, Robbie. Thank you, and I can't wait to get my car on the ground. All
right, well, thank you. Please, you said you're 400. I want to hang on 1 second, give you a time, just to understand you have a few weeks here. We will work on configuring you as your master number. I want to give you a date. Hang on a second. Okay.
My unit number, I think, was 479. I'm not exactly sure my master number.
Yeah, but you're a 4-seater, or are you a Diablo?
4-seat.
Yep, so 4-seaters will be coming first. So that number is plan on by August, right around August 15th.
Right.
Okay, so August 15th is when we're going to ask you to choose your accessories, give me your final graphic that you like, tell me all those other things, and we'll one of our staff members will work with you. We'll try to make this as seamless as possible. We'll be through over 400 customers by that point, so we should have it down. But just start, pay attention to what we're doing. Appreciate you checking in, and understand that we're working hard every day.
As soon as that configurator is ready, my car will be built, and it'll just be waiting on you.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking at Zach over here, and I'm pushing the button on him every day, okay?
All right, thanks, Robbie.
All right, thank you.
Bye.
Hey, Robbie Gordon here. How you doing?
I'm doing really good, Robbie. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thanks for calling in tonight to Speed UTV.
Hey, this is Lance out in Utah. I'm about 5 minutes away from San Hollow from my house.
Oh, great. Awesome riding up there.
It is. It's fun. My question is, wondering if I know that we can run in line for the fully enclosed cab, but I wondered if, when those are kind of officially launched, if you would be offering the same LE discounts that you've been doing on these other cars.
Sorry, I didn't understand what your question was there. Could you ask it one more time?
Yeah, so you've been offering the discounts on the other cars as they've come out, where you get the LE car for the base model price.
Yep.
I just wondered if you're going to do that when the enclosed cabs are officially launched.
Yes. Well, what we're asking people to do is, if you want an enclosed cab now, you will get the early launch price. So you would need to pre-order that now. And if you had a car pre-ordered, please understand, unfortunately, that's not going to happen until June of 2021. That will come as a 2022 model year car, and it will have an enclosed cab.
Okay, so that was my question. So
Yep.
I know right now the LE model is it has a higher down payment now. So would we, because we're looking for the 4-seater LFA, so would we pay that $3,000 or the $1,500?
Please let me get with Todd Romano and make sure that I understand how to answer your question correctly. You're more than welcome to call the office tomorrow, 704-949-1255. If you give us a call, I will get you an answer.
Perfect, awesome, thank you.
All right, thank you very much. Hey, you're on with Robbie Gordon. Hello, you're on with Robbie Gordon tonight. How you doing?
Good. How are you doing, Robbie? It's Matt Brenner at Master number 1001.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Good, man. Hey, question about the alternator. I know that number's changed a little bit, but was wondering what the output was going to be on that.
Yep, so the standard alternator is going to be, Daniel?
Somewhere around 100, plus or minus 15.
Yep. Can we state today around 100 plus or minus 15? Are you there?
Yeah.
So plan on around 100 amps.
Sounds good, man.
And we will.
I spoke to you on the phone, man. You said you were sending out a couple RC cars for my kids for being 1001.
Yes, I did. And I will definitely do that.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
All right, thank you. That was a cool promotion, car number 1001. So I do owe Matt 2 RC cars. And I thought they were shipped, but I'll have to get on Ginger for that one. Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, bro.
Hey, you're on with Robbie Gordon. How are you? Can you make a note of that, please?
Robbie?
1001. How's it going, Daniel?
Good. This is Dan with Pinion Hills, California.
Hey, how are you, buddy?
Wonderful. Hey, my question is, onboard diagnostics, is that going to be a part of the car or a plug-in with software?
My goal for it is a downloadable Bluetooth iPhone. So you will be able, yeah, so that is our goal, is that you will be able to Bluetooth to it.
Excellent. One more question I got is, before I go with a big configurator, will I have a total amount of my vehicle with the price, the tax, the shipping, all of my pricing together so I know how much I owe before I start putting accessories into the car?
Yes, so you would have your original price with whatever option you chose, but when you get to page 2, I believe you could go as crazy as you want on page 2 and pick your accessories, tie downs, everything you might want. But then if you chose not to do it, what would they do if the price was too high, Rob? Would they just cancel the order? How? Yeah, you just wouldn't buy it at that point. You'd start all over again.
Okay. So we can start dropping. If it's too high, I can drop items and get it down to where it's affordable for my budget.
Exactly, and that's the whole goal here is, we have all types of customers all over the marketplace. We want to make sure that we gave a base car, which will be the highest performance car in the industry with still the best suspension, best wheels, best tires, best power, 3-speed gearbox. So you can buy a base and you could upgrade your way up, or you can start with the RG. And I want to answer a question on the RG just while I have you here that we might lose some understanding people, but the race graphic, when people do the race graphic, they're actually getting a discount. So if you went to an LE and bought all the accessories to be an RG, it would be more expensive because on the other side, we're not promoting our own race team graphics. Right. So there's a discount for buying instead of an increased price. It's opposite than buying like a McGrath bike or a Ricky Carmichael back in the day where it was more expensive. We'll give you a discount if you run our logo, run our team colors.
Gotcha. Yeah, I've already purchased. My master number is 1215. So I've already got a El Jefe LE.
Excellent. It's going to be a great car. The nice thing is, as you saw, we popped up today with the Cabo graphic, and it will be named Cabo graphic as soon as we finish this tonight. It was supposed to happen before, but the Cabo graphic is a little more clean. Something that, don't take it the wrong way, something more my dad would sport. And it's still got a couple little edgy things, looks similar to an RG, but you can configure your colors. Then you go, over to the Ensenada and the San Felipe. They get a little more wild based on people's color choices and style designs. But we're trying to keep all customers happy. We've got them from young to old, from guys like Max to guys like me that are going to be in these things. And Max is going to want the cool, trendy purples and pinks, and I'm gonna stick with my carbon orange and black. So. Yes.
I like the Cabo. It's really nice.
Yeah,
I'm an old timer. That's probably where I'm going to go, but we'll see when I get into the doing my configurator and seeing how that goes.
Yep, cool. And then another thing, when we did this car compared to the Double X, we did the AKA Morgie bar, which is the FIA A-post bar. It allowed a lot more room to get in with your feet, but still gives you that side protection down by your ankles if you were to get T-boned, and a lot of structure in the chassis. So this car is going to be a lot easier to get in as well.
Yeah, fantastic. I really like that. I like the custom design that you did, getting into the looking at people that are a little bit taller, a little bit heavier, and making this car fit for everybody.
Well, thank you. It's years and years of experience, from all types of motorsport, but back from the original Polaris days when we did the RZR to the XX to our Dakar cars with the Speed Cats to the new Speed UTV. We've just applied a lot of knowledge and experience, and the other side, a lot of mistakes we made over the years will allow us to build the best car in the industry.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to driving it. I can't wait.
All right, I'm looking forward to seeing the smiles on all your guys' faces. So thank you very much, buddy.
Yeah, we'll see you at King of the Hammers, I hope.
For sure. We'll be there in full force this year.
All right, very good, Robbie. Thank you.
Thank you. It's Robbie Gordon tonight. How you doing?
Good. Hey, Robbie. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Who am I on with tonight?
This is Todd.
Hey, Todd. How's it going?
Hey, good. This is the guy that came up with the drink plug idea.
Oh, yeah. Great idea. Thank you for that. I mean, we missed that one, and that was, that's part of these, what are we on, show episode 17? And, a lot of people kind of laughed at us when we first started this thing. Why are you sharing this information with the customer? Well, you're a perfect example of why we're doing it. I mean, that was, I hate to say a blind man could have seen that oil mess coming. So thank you for that.
You got it. Hey, 3 quick questions. First one, the storage boxes in the rear bed, how do they have some type of quick connect to lock them into the bed, or how do you mount them in there and then be able to configure them in different places?
Yep, they will have mounts built into the bases of them. We will be able to mount through the bottom. My goal is through the bottom, and then we would put sealed caps to seal them back off so they will work as coolers. So I'm looking at mounts through the bottom that you would mount into your bed.
Okay, perfect.
And then we did design the bed.
I know the driver's seat, we have the options of the multiple different seats. Would this be any way to pay an upgrade price or an option to have the passenger seat the same way? So if I'm a driver one day and a passenger the next day, I know I've got a seat that's going to fit me on both sides.
Well, I can tell you that the seat does fit on both sides on the 4-seater. So it will be as simple as pulling 4 wheels off your seat at the bottom with quick pins, and your wheels will drop out with your little crush tubes. You'll take it over the passenger side. You could swap seats, and realistically, it's probably a 5-minute job if you wanted to do that. If you wanted to upgrade and get additional seating, obviously we weren't ready for this. You caught me off guard on that one, like normal, and I will discuss it with our engineering group, obviously sales, and with Todd, and we'll try to figure out, if it's. I would say our standard seat is going to be pretty good for most people, but if they're tall and big, they're going to want our tall and big seat. So when you get into the configurator here, and you'll start hearing from customers, there is 4 seat options right now. There's a standard and a standard wide, and then there's a tall and a tall wide. So they all look the same, except for the tall ones have 4-inch taller, 1-inch wider seat. And those are for my big farm boys. The guys that work on the farm are normally bigger guys, and they're hustling around either the cattle or the grains or whatever. They seem to be the bigger dudes, and we want to make sure that they can get in this car and ride comfortable as well.
Yeah, actually, I was wondering if we could do a standard wide on the 2 fronts and then just the standard in the back. So I didn't know if that was an upgrade option.
We can work that with you. I mean, it's the same seats for us. Let me figure out what that's going to be. It's going to be a little bit of process paperwork and how to build it into our system as we run down the assembly line, because that one we weren't prepared for, even though we should have been. It makes common sense. So let me just discuss it with the parties to be, and I'll get you an answer.
All right, cool. And then the last question was the new body graphics. Are they some of them, I can't tell, are they also going to go across the front hood and around the tailgate, or are we just doing graphics on the side?
No, they will go across the hood, and they will go around the tailgate. Like the Cabo, it goes to a single color around the tailgate. Let me just look at a couple of these other options. I would say the Ensenada would be a single color, so whatever was started at your tail light, that would wrap around the tailgate. In the hood, they will definitely cross over to the hood as well.
Okay, and we'll be able to see that on the configurator once it's all up and running, fully operational?
Let me ask that question with Zach. So the configurator, when they see their colors, right now we have side choices, right, in the configurator? Or is it 3/4 view? 3/4 view. Front and rear? So can you see the tailgate from the rear? Nope. Okay, we'll work on. Give us some time. We will get that for you, but we can give you an idea. But it would normally be whatever that last color was that went across the tail light area. So like right now, I'm looking at the San Felipe, and I'm saying this would be blue across the back. Now in the front, on the cowling, yes, you would see the strakes coming up the hood. The back will probably be more of a solid color at the back, okay?
Okay, and one last question I forgot I was going to ask is that rear view camera, the backup camera, is that going to be mounted in the tailgate, or will that be mounted somewhere else? So if you pull the tailgate down, do you lose that, or do you still have that access? I'm
going to say it would probably be up in the roof for the LE cars, but let me get you an answer. It might be by the there'll be a roof brake light kind of deal up there, and that's probably the right place to put it for this.
Perfect. All right, well, I appreciate it. Thank you, and I'm looking forward to it.
All right, thank you very much.
Bye.
All right, well, that's calls for tonight here at Speed UTV, episode 17. Who would have thought we would have got this far into it? Stoked with the designs, the schemes, the chassis stuff. I'll kind of bounce back through this more because there's some really neat features. Corner gussets that mount the roof, corner gussets, 2 whip lights, ground plugs, ground places to ground. Mounting areas for the spare tire. 1, 2, 3, 4 mounting. You slide left, right, front, center, hang back like a California pre-runner. The guys have really thought of everything on this thing. I want to thank everybody that's giving their input, and we'll see you at episode 18 next Wednesday night at 9 o'clock. Thank you.